welcome back to Underrated Movies. I'm your guy, I'm your man, Mr. Alton Henry. And today we're going to talk about another underrated show that will last for 3 seasons. But since we are getting into the time of horror, which October's around the corner. I mean, it's still the early of September, but I thought it's a good idea to start talking about some pretty cool underrated horror that you should really check out. And this one's currently on Netflix. I actually have the DVD, which I just rewatched the first season. I love it. Ash versus Evil Dead. This is a sequel to the Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness. And it takes place, 30 years, I believe, after Army of Darkness, which is underrated as well. Like, Ash vs. Evil Dead is pretty awesome, though. And you have to kind of really embrace the campiness of Sam Raimi's horror. I think that's kind of more of his specialty. I mean, he's directed The Evil Dead and then Drag Me to Hell, and then he did tackle some horror somewhat elements to the Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. This here, I'm just going to go out and say this. I believe it is the best horror comedy series I've ever seen. The writing is just phenomenal. Ash, played by Bruce Campbell, the iconic Bruce Campbell, who is pretty much his dude, just Ash, trying to live his life, trying to stay out of trouble, trying to stay out of dealing with all the evilness he encountered with his what he ended up encountering in the Evil Dead franchise previously. He's just trying to lay low until and this literally starts in the first episode. These are like half hour 30-minute like episodes, and there's like 10 in each season. Like the show literally opens up him reading the book of Necronomicon, drunk, trying to impress a girl, and not being aware that his actions pretty much unleashed the beast, unleashed like the evil on this earth. And until he realized, like, wait a minute, was I drunk? Man, did I read this? Oh shit! And the dude screws up, and that's literally happened. Literally the first 2 minutes of the first episode. You see him working at some sort of retail spot, just trying to stay low and trying to meet his friend Pablo, and who Pablo has a crush on this girl, and I forget her name, unfortunately. Is there a name on the back cover? Man, I forgot her name. Oh man, I forgot her name. I'm sorry, I was drawing a blank, but I forgot her name. And once Pablo starts to see some of these creatures that Ash has been dealing with, she's like, wait a minute. So you're telling me you encountered evil forces before, so you could do it again, right? So you're the good guy. And Bruce Campbell, iconic in this role, his character pretty much does not want to deal with any of this. Kind of a scenario where one tries to run away their responsibilities. The show touches on destiny, where one is destined to have a purpose. One is destined to have a greater purpose, and in a little sense, one is destined to fight evil, where his actions might be a little bit more questionable, because sometimes the guy might be a little bit just weirded and kind of just weirdly confident how to handle these situations. And then they also have this cop in here who loses a partner to one of these possessed demons, and she takes him out. And one of the finest black girls I've seen. I'm sorry. She starts to suspect Ash that he could be the one responsible, which technically he is, because he's the one that accidentally summoned it. Ends up joining the team of trying to stop the evil that Ash has unleashed on Earth, unfortunately and by accident. And if you're looking for a good gory horror, like just played out fun, I'm gonna tell you straight up, this is gory and graphic. You have Ash just chopping up, blazing people with his chainsaw and just cutting them up and shooting up with a shotgun. It's hilarious. Like, the humor of this is just so funny. And then you have these amateurs that really don't know how to use weapons, teach themselves how to use it, and pretty much almost shoot each other. There's a good episode when they get on a I believe that's episode 7 or 8. I think episode 7. When they arrive on this base camp and they kind of get themselves captured by these paranoid soldiers that are seeing these demons and they're running around, and Pablo runs one of them. Actually, no. She runs one of them over, pins it to a tree, and he gets all possessed. And I forgot the other chick. I forget her name. She has like a machine. It was an M16, and just starts blowing it out uncontrollably. She doesn't know how to control the force of the gun, and is pushing her back, and she's like barely missing Pablo but hitting the guy. But it's like scary but hilarious at the same time. And man, I can't get enough with Bruce Campbell. I think he's underrated. I think he's underrated as an actor. I can tell you, this here is probably his most signature and great roles that he's ever done. I mean, obviously, I believe, but here he's perfection and just perfecto. And it's really interesting where a guy constantly is trying to run away from his responsibilities, but then tries to convince himself, you know what, all right, I gotta fight this head on, but then still goes back being irresponsible when he's given the opportunity to be irresponsible. And it's hilarious. The ending of this show was hilarious, and I won't spoil it for you, but it's like, it's kind of it's where you think it's gonna end, like it can like conclude the whole series, but then Ash makes this very interesting choice. And it's a choice that does help out his teammates, but it's a choice that does have consequences in the long run, which actually leads into a second season. And it's hilarious. Like, this is a fun horror television series, which I highly recommend. If you have Netflix, I highly recommend you check it out, because it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. And it's funny as hell. Like, it's hilarious. Like, I could not get enough. There's that scene where he sees that demon kid in like the last episode, and he shows him a shotgun. He's like, all right, kid, you better stay away from me. And he counts to 3, like 1, 2, and the kid doesn't budge. He's like, it's a fucking shotgun, kid. He's like, aren't you scared? The kid just does not move. And at 3, the kid just disappears and attacks. It's hilarious. Like, if you like Sam Raimi's work, if you're a fan of Evil Dead, even the remake of Evil Dead, I highly recommend checking this out. I'm telling you, if you love blood and guns and gory and the Evil Dead and zombies and stuff, you're gonna love some Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 1. And that's my wrap for Season 1, suckers. I will review Season 2 and Season 3 soon. Comment below, let me know if you have seen Ash vs. Evil Dead, and let me know what is your favorite underrated movie. Also, before I go, I heard rumors that, and I probably need to do a little bit more research to confirm this is true or not, that they might try to bring back Ash vs. Evil Dead but into an anime series. I didn't know that. There was a pension that went out when it was canceled after season 3 that they were trying to get in season 4 and 5. Yeah, I didn't know that show was, well, should be more popular. Should be more popular. Like, everybody should be raving about it. This is one of those underrated gems. Check it out. You can't miss it.